So not just the evils and the murders and adulteries and everything else, but his ministers will be transformed as ministers of righteousness. And don't kid yourself. Many of us will lead you right in to believing this right-wing theocracy happening in Israel right now that will bring about the Noahide laws. Satan himself transformed to an angel of light. Therefore, it is no the Noahide laws. I'm Stephen Ben-Nun. You're watching Israeli News Live. Listen, thank you for your love.
And of course it sounds like a pop song now, and it's on jukeboxes, and I'm sure it sounds like a bit mainstream to certain ears, but that is one weird ass sonic adventure of a song. It's a very unusual construction.
Definitely was.
We're trying to make this kind of psycho pop, but we missed the psycho bit. We just ended up with pop, and we'd thrown With or Without You into the trash. And it is interesting because that man there with the shiny cue ball head, Mr. Gavin Friday,
yeah, in the studio there now,
who happens to be traveling with us as a creative advisor, he took it out of the trash, and he organized that and arranged that, and still hasn't been paid, and neither will he ever.
Oh, for sure, but it makes me wonder, as you go back and look at that, watch the way it's written here in Deuteronomy. I believe it's chapter 5 of Deuteronomy, if I'm not mistaken here. Let me just double check. Chapter 4, I apologize. Assemble me the people, and I will make them hear my words, that they may learn to fear me all the days that they live upon the earth, and that they may teach their children. And you came near and stood under the mountain, and the mountain burned with fire into the heart of heaven, with darkness, cloud, and thick darkness.
Hi, everyone.
Here we go, strongholds right here. Is fortified through the idea of holding safely a castle, a stronghold. I was looking to see if there were any of the words used like what we see another place where Paul speaks about, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against, let me just see if I can just pull that up for you.
So it sounds like Paul is saying we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, because we don't, though we walk in flesh like skin suits, we don't wrestle against flesh and blood like someone like Robin does. Robin wrestles against flesh and blood just by being tired. You're wrestling against your flesh that's pumping blood. But if you're an angel from heaven, you're angels from heaven, you don't have this flesh and blood. So you don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but principalities and powers.
Ephesians 6, there we go. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. There you go, right there.
So they don't have a stronghold
the
over you.
principalities are archaea. That's archons. These are fallen angels. And against powers, exousia. and as force, capacity, competency, freedom. I'm just trying to see if there's any particular thing I can look at there. Against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.